Hey Crushers, okay, today is the second to last day together. Okay, tomorrow I'm gonna be a puddle, but today we're still together and I've got tons to talk to you about, okay? Before we wrap this up, I know one more day, I couldn't go through this whole thing without really getting in depth about some of these vitamins that we need to be taking, okay? When I got certified in plant-based nutrition, the doctors that gave the courses were like shouting from the rooftops that we have to have our vitamins and minerals, okay? So if you are eating whole food, plant-based, I don't know if you realize this, but that's kind of what we've been talking about these past 40 days, but you're getting a ton of those vitamins and minerals, okay? If you are eating a meat-based diet, you are not getting nearly the amount that you really need for proper function of our cells, okay? So really get those vegetables, get those fruits into you. Eat those big salads with beans on it every day. There's folate in beans and the leafy greens that is difficult to get in anywhere else. In fact, the supplements are not as good, okay? If you are vitamin deficient, of course, you are going to need to take a supplement. But really, folks, get it from the natural source, okay? It is so much better for you. You get all the other benefits too. You get the fiber, you get the water that's in it. I mean, really, guys, there's the phytochemicals. There's so much more to the fruits and veggies that we're eating than just enjoying fruits and veggies, okay? We all know that. Anyways, so there's a couple of things that we can't get that are a little harder to get. That, you know what, we're kind of finding that whether you're a meat-based eater or a plant-based eater, really both are starting to find some major deficiencies, okay? It's all the processed foods that have been added. So stay out of those aisles in the grocery store that have boxes and crinkly bags, okay? Just shop in that produce section, shop in the nut milk section. There are certain sections of the store to just make sure you got a magnet, put it in there and just get your body to those sections and avoid the rest, okay? So let's talk about the first one is vitamin D. Okay, so vitamin D, by the way, it's actually not a vitamin, it's a hormone. It's actually a hormone that helps our bodies to absorb calcium, okay? One more thing, don't eat calcium supplements. We've talked about this before, but really, guys, Dr. Clapper, he kind of gave me chills when he talked about, you know, the guy who gets up in the morning and takes his calcium supplement, hops on the train to go to work and dies of a heart attack. Why? Because that calcium does not go directly to your bones. It goes to everywhere in your body. And if you're taking those calcium supplements every day, you are actually building that up in your arteries and your veins. So nix the calcium supplements, okay? Got that off the plate. Okay, but we want to go back to vitamin D. So vitamin D. So here's the deal. That's the sunshine vitamin. We all know this, right? If you have light skin, 15 minutes. If you have a little bit darker skin, you're gonna need a little bit more time in the sun. You can go to Dr. Michael Greger. This is where I get all of my vitamin information because he is giving you the facts that are up to date. So look on nutritionfacts.org and keep up on what the new stuff down the pipeline is, because these things change all the time. Remember when beta carotene was big and everybody was eating vitamin A like crazy, and then it turned out it was causing lung cancer? Who knew, right? So we got to keep up on this stuff. But anyways, vitamin D, you're getting it from the sun, 15 minutes, that's all you need. But what about in the winter? Or what about if you're in a job that you maybe work nights and you can't get up because you're sleeping, you need your sleep, right? Then we supplement, okay? Or if you have a deficiency in that, okay? But you get it from the sun, and if you can't, then take 2,000 international units of vitamin D3, okay? There's D2 and D3. D3 is the better one. That one is the one with the studies that have shown longer health, okay? So we want D3. Okay, what else? B12. Okay, next one. Oh, here, I'll show you the D3 I take. Oh, and by the way, get the vegetarian form. You don't need the one that's made from sheep's wool. That's just cruel, okay? Get the vegetarian form, okay? It's it's just as good, okay? So that's the first one. Now, B12. We have to get our B12 from meat, right? That's where we all get our B12. Rongo bongo. Okay, here's the deal. B12 is actually the result of a bacteria in healthy soil, okay? It's in the dirt. Okay, before we had these cleaning mechanisms that stripped our food super clean, which I guess is good in one way, but like all those fruits and vegetables, when you yank that carrot out of the ground, guess what? B12 is all over it, okay? But you know what? We clean our vegetables, thank goodness for some, as I just said, but we still need that B12, okay? Thank God we don't have to sit in the backyard and eat spoonfuls of dirt. We can get it in a supplement form, okay? So once again, get the vegetarian or vegan formula, okay? And make sure that if you are 65 or younger, you're getting 2,000 mcgs a week, or if you're 65 and older, make sure you're getting 1,000 mcgs per day, okay? So let me repeat that again. If you're 65 and younger, make sure you're getting 2,000 mcgs per week, or if you're 65 and older, because of course we start producing less and less vitamins along with other things like nitric oxide as we age, right? But we can still get it externally, like the nitric oxide. Where do we get it? Leafy greens, okay? So same thing with B12. So just make sure that you're getting the proper dose that you need, okay? Again, vegetarian or vegan formula. Okay, so that's for the B12. Okay, omega-3s. Now, this is something that is you can get in ALA form. There's DHA and EPA, okay? But we can get it in ALA form, which turns into DHA and EPA through flax seeds, okay? Grind them up, tablespoon a day, throw them in your smoothies, throw them on your salad, just put them in anything. It's actually really, really good. Other sources are walnuts, okay? Raw walnuts. I always buy organic. I buy organic everything if I can. Hemp seeds, okay? That's another great way to get it. These things taste great. So, you know, just add them to, you could sprinkle on your ice cream. You could do them on those bowls, you know, that we did with the other day with the crushed up fruit. That would be really good. The other thing is chia seeds. Okay, so chia seeds are another form. I keep them in a sugar dispenser and I just pour them into whatever I need. I put them in salad dressing a lot. It kind of thickens it a little bit, and yeah, they just taste good, okay? So that is good for the B12, or I'm sorry, the omega-3s. And the last thing that and on the flax seeds, I did tell you 1 tablespoon, right? So just making sure you got the right dose. And then the last thing is I wanted to talk to you about is selenium, okay? Selenium's not in a lot of different foods, and selenium kind of helps us regulate our cholesterol, okay? So here's a really cool study. First of all, you can get seleniums from raw Brazilian nuts, and I love these things. They're super duper good, okay? But here's the deal. You can't eat too many of these because that actually can be bad for you because they're so high in selenium, okay? So you do need selenium, but here's the deal. The studies that they did was they looked at people who had cholesterol issues, right? And they gave them like 0, 1, 4, or 8 Brazil nuts, okay? They tested them. Within hours, their cholesterol levels dropped 20 points. That's faster than any statin on the market, okay? So these things are super duper powerful for that, okay? But here's the deal. They went back and tested these people like a month later, and their levels were still down. Their cholesterol levels were still down. So these little nuts are super duper powerful. So really, my recommendations, according to Dr. Greger, are 4 nuts a month. Okay, so keep them on your shelf, keep them in your fridge, wherever you want to put them, but only eat 4 a month. Okay, I think that does it. As for everything else, get your your minerals and your vitamins from whole fruit, okay, and grains and legumes and leafy greens, okay guys, seeds and nuts. All these things are loaded with the stuff that our bodies need, and our brains, those omega-3s, big time for our brains. And folate too, guys. Folate, having low levels of folate, that's the beans and leafies, guys, that increases your risk for cardiovascular disease. It also increases your risk for Alzheimer's. And the one that actually surprised me the most was depression. Once they got people's levels of folate up by eating beans and greens, they just felt so much better. So anyways, get your vitamins and minerals from whole food, plant-based, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a tough day for me, so okay, just bear with me. I'm gonna need a lot of hugs. So anyways, I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.